Stunk.
So great.
Yep,
Second half.
Stunk and stunk some more. The group of 6 guys that played the last 16 minutes of the game, they played with energy. It's a group that practiced with energy. That first half was not good on either side of the basketball. As a team, we got to improve in a lot of areas, as I've stated, and guys individually need to improve. We need guys to be able to put the ball on the deck and beat people off the dribble. Too much standing the first half. We changed what we were running as well. We ran some of our Bucks offense, some wide touch fists, some wide touch keep. I thought that really, really helped us. And then we played small ball. Devo at the 4. He guarded the post as well as anyone on our roster tonight. Maybe better.
Start the second half there. I guess what led to that decision? And
Keon just plays hard. I mean, we've been asking our guards to rebound. Keon goes in the game. He weighs less than me, and he has 6 rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds, 4 of 8. Still got a lot of rust on him. Ball moves, pace of play is quicker. 55 points in the second half compared to 30. What do we have? 28 in the first half. I mean, we doubled up our points by playing with way more pace. And look, I mean, we had a game tonight that we were down 7 at half, and we had a player go plus 21 when he was in the game, and that being Keon Minifield. Plus 21 in a game that you're down 7 at half. So really pleased with him. I thought Graham came in, gave us good minutes. Thought Chandler was really good inside with his 10 rebounds, and obviously Mark and Battle off the bench. I mean, there's just not going to be many games where you see a team score 62 points off the bench.
I think I'm right about this. Eric, first double-double for T-Mark. He got a couple offensive rebounds.
I mean, yeah, we should, Mike, get him the game ball for the offensive rebounds. We would probably have a cake for him tomorrow if we actually practice to celebrate not just 1 offensive rebound, but 2.
He
was awesome.
14.
The pull-up jumper, awesome. Didn't force any threes. He only took 2 threes. He makes them both. Battle only takes 4 threes. He makes 3 of them. Both those guys really efficient. I thought Battle played his best defensive game of the season, and it wasn't even close. I thought he got in a stance. He worked this week in practice, and it correlated to the game.
Eric, you're obviously in shape, but since you brought up, how much do you weigh?
Since I had high cholesterol, and I suggest everybody go get their calcium score. You get in a little X-ray machine, and they tell you what your calcium score. Mine was a little high, so I've changed my diet, and I'm running right at 141 every day.
61 now.
I don't believe it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he wears shirts that there's no way I could fit in.
Yeah, he. I don't think he came off the court in the second half. I mean, I know he's been practicing with you all year, but for a guy in his second game back and you're down, you actually fell down by 9 early in the second. For him to perform like that, play the whole half, just what do you think of that?
Thought he was great. Like I said, plus 21. You look at, we had some guys that were in the minus tonight. I thought he was awesome. I thought Battle played great, and T-Mark. I thought those guys did a great job in the backcourt. I thought Devo Davis was phenomenal. We had him guard 21, and 21 ends up 3 for 11. And in the first half, Devo guarded the whole first half. He did a great job on it. And then we moved Devo to the 4. And like I said, his post defense was as good as any of our post guys.
Energized you guys. I mean,
who's that?
The Keon did.
Yeah, he plays hard. He plays quick. He plays with pace. He plays with energy. He plays with enthusiasm.
And I can't imagine what this Christmas break would be like if you guys hadn't rallied like you did. Just how good is it? And how much
I would not be going to San Diego if we would have lost tonight. I can tell you that.
But I think the players have a mandatory break, don't they?
Yeah, I would not have had a break.
Yeah. I mean, how good is it?
Mine would have been mandatory in the office, and I would have ruined everybody's Christmas. We could have met all the next 5 days.
How good is it that you can hopefully enjoy Christmas? The guys can, get a little break. And then when do you reconvene, on Christmas night or?
Christmas night. Yep. Yeah. We'll get the mandatory days off, and then we'll get right back at it Christmas night. We'll have a good practice Christmas night, and then we'll get right back to 2-a-days.
assumed he was going to be out the whole year. When did you find out that there was the possibility for him to rejoin? And was tonight kind of exactly what you expected when you recruited him?
Yeah, I mean, we recruited him because he, you know, and probably, I mean, not probably, the only one that can say that this is true is my wife. You know, when you play a game and you're in this time zone and then you go home, the Pac-12 is what's on. And I don't know why. It was really random and weird, but I kept watching Washington, and I kept waking Danielle up and said, you got to watch this guy. Like, he's fun to watch. And then he goes in the portal. We don't really know any of his inner circle. We don't know his, you know, his high school. We don't know anybody. And probably the most random recruiting ever. Made a phone call, did a Zoom. He and his mom liked us, and they basically committed, and then came on a visit after they had committed. But yeah, this is what we expected. And you know,
Find out that there was a possibility for him to
as soon
to
as the
get eligible.
semester ended.
You guys had a lot of turnover issues in the first half, cleaned it up pretty well in the second half. What do you think was the problem? And then what did you guys do to fix?
It's hard to simulate because they, you know, what they do is they jump passing lanes. They're one of the highest steal teams in the country. They got great quickness. They got great anticipation. They're very well coached defensively to be a disruptive team. And I just, you know, we were just too careless. And we got to work on our ball. You know, like we have, like I said, I got to get better. You know, Michael Musselman's got to be Todd Lee. We all got to get better. So do our play. Like, our players have got to get in the gym and work on their ball handling, because you can't let, and not all of them, but we got some guys that need to work on perimeter skills, and to learn how to get open when somebody denies you. We don't have enough guys that understand, if I run a dribble handoff to Mike Kaywood, he has to set his man up to accept, receive, and get open. And so those are areas we're just going to continue to work on, talk about, and get better at. The good thing is we've identified some areas that we have to get better, very clearly have identified them. And the worst part is when you can't figure out where you stink at.
From a health standpoint, do you feel like T-Mark is back, like maybe
I
where
thought it was- maybe the first game, maybe Oklahoma still wasn't quite ready, you know, 100%, but you know, he wants to play, and, you know, but yeah, I think he's back.
watch when he's cooking, like the way he did
Which
at times
just got,
tonight?
I mean, it's like every time he shoots it and releases it, you think it's going in, because he can rise over defenders. He's got a great mid-range pull-up game.
I think you guys shot like 65% in the second half. Besides maybe Keon helping energize, what do you think led to that?
We changed our whole offensive concept. I mean, we ran a lot of, I don't know how to explain it, but a lot of three guys, east, west, where we was screened from the middle to the wing. That guy would curl, and then the middle guy would go run into a pick and roll. And then they struggled with that. Again, that's our Bucks offense. It hadn't been good for us, but it was good for us tonight in the second half. First half, we tried to run stuff and they denied us, and we didn't work to get open, and, you know, it looked pretty bad.
Was 3 of 15 in the last two games. How good to see him get back on track.
I mean, he's going to shoot. I mean, he's going to shoot, which is good, you know, and he's got a green light, whether I say it's yellow or red. He's, in his mind, he's got a green light, and sometimes that's a really, really good thing.
I guess a guy like that just doesn't lose confidence, probably.
No, he definitely didn't lose any confidence.
Only played 1 minute in the second half. What does he need to do to get going?
Yeah, just continue to work. Right, continue, you know, just play with confidence, continue to work. Oh yeah, thank you. Have a great Christmas.